अभिषेक जी,
जस्ट एक सेकेंड,
आप शुरू कीजिए
30 सेकेंड हमको दीजिए बस।
जी।
एक बार वो बताइएगा क्या कि
हम
जो जो
पूरी
ज्वाइन
सेट
किए
कर
ना लोग, उनमें मतलब क्या रेंज है, मतलब लोग बीटेक हैं, एमटेक हैं, क्या कैसा है मतलब?
एमटेक बेसिकली हम।
हाँ, शुरू करें।
जस्ट एक सेकंड, यहाँ पे लाइट कट गया है, हम अपना फोन से कनेक्ट कर रहे हैं। यस, आवाज आ रहा है?
हम्म।
यस, स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं।
लाइव हो गया क्या?
यस।
हाँ, चलिए तो संदीप जी आज हमारे बीच संदीप जी हैं। आज हमारा दिस इज आवर फिफ्थ वेबिनार organized by Innovation Center, and today we are it's our pleasure that Dr. Sandeep Kumar is going to present his talk on wide gap semiconductor devices. It's my pleasure to tell a little bit about Dr. Sandeep Kumar. He has done his master's degree from IIT Kharagpur and PhD from ISC Bangalore. And right now he's working in a Japanese company and more like high power semiconductor devices. So I would like to keep now floor to Dr. Sandeep to present his talk. Dr. Sandeep, please go ahead.
So okay, so I will speak in English probably, like, but feel free to interrupt me in English, Hindi, whatever you can think of.
No,
Okay.
please feel free.
No
You can
such
speak
issue.
in English, Hindi also, no problem. You can
So
go.
I will mostly use mix, but in talks it happens like that. You tend to speak in English, so that way English will come more naturally. So anyway, you can feel
Okay.
free to interrupt. So
One more thing, I will request other audience to please mute yourself. You can turn on your video and it's up to you, but kindly try to press the mute button so that there will be no disturbance during the presentation. And if you have any question, please write in the message box so that I can ask one by one, like depending on who has asked first. I will give you the chance to ask the question.
so
So now I'm going to mute it. Okay, Sandeep, please go ahead.
okay, thanks Vikashji for inviting me for this talk, and I am happy to help, especially the people who are from Bihar, because the problem we know means we all know that what is the problem with our education system and everything. So I'm just trying to help you all, whatever way I can help, and feel free to ask for help. There is no such thing, and there should not be any issue with that. So as Vikashji has introduced me, and he has given me all the background that what I have done so far and all these things. But I just wanted to tell you all that I belong to Bihar from, and all my education had happened in Bihar, and I am basically from Nalanda district, and I come from a small village which is near to Bihar city. It's Mihar actually. So with that, let me start my talk. So the talk is on wide bandgap semiconductor devices, and I will going to, the talk is very general, so there is not much thing that will require very technical background, but I just want to give you a kind of summary that what we do in semiconductor devices, and why we work on this kind of technology or something. Okay, so just a second. Yeah, so just this is a question I'm putting for you all, that just think about it in a way that uh, this black thing comes in everybody's screen, or is it? Can anyone confirm?
We are not getting what's the black.
So this green thing comes that, like your screen is your.
X-axis and Y-axis we can see invention, discoveries, and time.
Okay, this green thing does not come right in near the pointer.
No, we can't see anything.
You can't see that you are sharing a screen, right? It's not coming. Okay, so I will go ahead. So the thing is like, I just want to ask you, what are the invention you can think of or discovery beyond like whatever time scale you can think of. Just think about those inventions that has changed the humankind in a way, we will say, or human civilization. So I'm going with the first one. So you can see that we have invented, like we have, when I say down, not me, like the human have invented a fire long back, and this is why how we have changed, that we have started using energy as a fire, and currently we are looking for alternatives like solar and wind farm. They are in between like coal and petrol. Simply the invention of wheel, if you can think of, the wheel was invented long back, and then now currently we are looking for electric vehicles, which Tesla has promised and also delivered. And also Tesla has a plan to that people should be traveling through rockets from one country to another country. That will take a few minutes probably. So that kind of thing is there. And also when we look for communication thing, that we used to have carriers, like we used to send messages using pigeons, and currently we use telephones, and currently we are looking for 5G technologies in 2020 or maybe next couple of years. So the point is, what I'm trying to make, this technology which I am highlighting in blue, uh, you can see this. These are the technology we are currently looking for, because this is the thing. This is like the next step what we should do, and and why we need to do this. You all know that we need solar power because there is too much burden on the atmosphere if we burn coal or something. Same goes with electric vehicle, and we need 5G because we need more and more data to transfer in a small span of time. So these are the issues currently we are facing, and this is the reason we need to move. Now think of this thing, that when we think of any why we have to have an invention from our country or something. So basically somewhere we have lost the track, that our civilization or our country, or I'll say the people of this country had great knowledge of science, and they were very much aligned with that I will say that the scientific nature of our people were very much alive previously. It is somewhere got lost. So for example, I just want to tell you just three things. There are many such things you can find. This is the Soka pillar, and it has made so much old. This is so much old, but still you can see that this threads very much clearly, and this is made of iron, and it's not rusting in the open atmosphere. Think of the iron you buy today or something. You put a gate, you need to paint it on regular basis to help it, to preserve it. Similarly, the second one is Saptasvara temples. These are in these pillars. You can actually get a musical note if you tap this pillars. Think about it that for so the I will say in this way that our old generation or previous generation people, it's not one generation, this is long back, so they knew that how much density or how much length should be required to get a right musical note. When we say right musical note, it means we are talking about the frequency. So they were very much aware of the fact that this much you need, and most importantly, you need to also support the structure a bit, because it's a pillar. So this has to support this structure. So then you also need to think about other engineering. So, and the other thing is like this one, Hosalvara temple. This is in Tamil Nadu, I think. So here you can see this pillar. So you can see these fine rings. These all are carved in a stone. So you can think of it as a what kind of engineering and experts they were to design this kind of thing. And these all are materials. You see this one, this is iron, this is stone. So these are all are different combinations of periodic table in a way. And they were very much knowing all this thing, that how to uh, create a shape on different kind of materials. This is what I just wanted to convey. So think about it whenever you see and this thing, just try to appreciate that people were not stupid, people were very much I will say intelligent. And now coming to the thing that when you think of that semiconductor physics or devices, especially, so how like who should pursue and where you need to choose the track, that how I am going to say study this subject. If I want to know more about this thing, where I should choose the track or something. So I just put a simple diagram. So you have the, you start with 10th, you cross the 12th, And then there are bachelor courses where you choose, for example, you go for bachelor or master in science, BSc or MSc. From there, you can also direct yourself towards solid state physics. Or other courses are like engineering. In that, if you study electronics and communication, here also you can pursue a path towards solid state physics. If you do materials engineering, you can also choose a path from here. And there are also like metallurgy. If you study, you can also choose a path. You can also diverse yourself slightly. But it's not just very restricted. There are people who have come from computer science also who are doing solid state physics. So it's not a very strong boundary. The boundary is very much limited in India. But if you look for opportunity outside India, you can find people crossing the boundaries to like often. So now coming to the solid state physics, what we learn in solid state physics, or when we say solid state physics, it is just not one course. Okay, it's not just one course. It's a very, I will say, very wide range of subject that we need to learn. So in solid state physics, we have to learn quantum mechanics. We need to learn crystallography, magnetism, condensed matter physics. So there are many things that we need to learn. That is what solid state physics actually covers. So point is, you want to be able to learn all these things in very detail. So you have to choose that which side you want to work on or something. So these are the things that when you pursue this subject closely, you will get to know that which is the field which is more interesting to you, and then you gradually try to explore that field. And when we say that quantum mechanics, you have to learn that how the electron behaves as a particle, or how electron is behaving as a wave. So there's a kind of things comes up. And based on this solid state physics, there are some semiconductor devices which we start to use. Like you have this, for example, the IC I have put. This is, we call that solid state electronics, in which we study more about this kind of components. So which we make, and mostly these are transistors and diodes. And by using lots of transistor and diodes, we try to make an integrated circuit in which there are millions of or billions of transistors which are integrated, and they work as desired. So now coming to just to give you an idea that what is the thing which is required to make this transistor or something, or diodes, or especially those like the solid state devices which are very important for our mobile phone or laptops to work. If you see, this is the electrical conductivity of different type of materials. So top is metals, you know, the copper and iron. This is very highly conductive metal. This is the reason you have copper wires or something. Then there is in between, this is called, we call semiconductors, silicon and germanium. Here conductivity can be modulated. And then we have insulators where conductivity is very low. It's very difficult to modulate and mostly not modulatable. So the point is, when we look for a material to make a devices or semiconductors, we work with semiconductors, because here the conductivity can be very much changed, and the order is in this range, you can see, and which is changed and which is very much controllable. And this is the reason, and these all are solids, and we can very much actually understand those properties with having all the theoretical background. This is the reason we need to actually try to make things with semiconductors. Metals, we can't do anything because the conductivity doesn't change. Like if you want to change the conductivity of copper or something, it's very difficult. So this is the reason we choose semiconductors, and this is insulator, and we define this like metal and semiconductor with this gap. So if this gap is overlapped, these different bands actually. Conduction band is the top one, and this is the valence band. If these both are overlapping, then we call it metal, because the electrons from this has already reached conduction, are in conduction band, available in conduction band, and they can conduct. Here we need a slight energy so that the electron from valence to can go to conduction, and here it's the energy requirement is very high, and it's not impossible that you can't provide that much energy to electron. And this definition of semiconductor and insulator are very much, I will say, evolving, because the diamond was considered insulator previously. Now it's a semiconductor, and people are working on the diamond and semiconductor devices also. It's a very wide range. So just to give you the thing that what are the like how close and how, means like how much we are able to see and how much we are able to know these things in details. So these are the subjects I have told you that these are the subjects we need to study. And for example, I will say when we look for crystallography, we actually say that how the atoms are oriented in a solid. So for example, this is the image I have put. In this image you can see that these are the balls represent a atomic position in lattice. And when we say that okay, these are the position of atoms in a lattice, but we don't know, means basically the point is this diagram anyone can draw and say okay, this could be the position or something. But is there a way we can actually see, like my eyes can, or our eyes can see that okay, this is where the atom is physically located. So this is the image which I am showing right now. This is from this reference. It's the dots you see, these are all atoms actually, and these are all experimentally measured. So you can, it's simply like you are seeing the atomic position in a particular orientation. The scales is what I am showing you. This is 5 nanometers. So this much distance, you can think of that how much is of 5 nanometer is represented by this small line. So based on that, one atomic position you can, or one atom position you can precisely say that okay, this much could be the one atom. This is just I wanted to show you, and these are the things we also learn in crystallography, how the atoms are oriented. Now showing that when I showed you the image, and this kind of techniques we have to capture these images in India itself. So don't think that in India we don't have anything to capture. So we have, this is the facility we call is a transmission electron microscoping. So in this tool, we basically do is electron actually travel through your sample, and you detect it below. You put a detector below, and in the detector wherever electron has come, you kind of say that, tend to say that okay, these are the places where atom means electron has reached, and these are the places where atom has not reached, and the electron has not reached. So there could be the atom and there is no atom. And this is how we, and this I am saying grossly, but it's very difficult to operate this tool, and it's not such an easy thing. You need 3 or 4 years of time to learn how to use this tool and how to master a particular set of experiments. It's not that you will be master of this tool in 5 years. It's not possible. It takes too much time. But obviously, you can learn a lot of things. So this is the facility we have at means this is the facility is available at Indian Institute of Science Bangalore at this department, Center for Nanoscience department. And if somebody pursue a PhD or something, you will get the chance to learn this thing. Now coming to solid state devices. When we say solid state devices, what are the devices we are talking about? So we mostly talk about these devices, diodes, transistors, and LED lasers. There are many types of other devices also, like photodetectors there, solar cell is there, but the drive which is there in this field is because of transistors, and it is just the transistor which we say that has changed the world like anything. So coming to the diodes, probably I will won't be discussing any characteristics, but I just wanted to show these are 2 terminal devices. Transistor, when we say these are 3 terminal devices, like these 2. And there is a LED. Most of the people are using LED lamps in your homes. So there are different kind of LED, blue, green, and this. And to show you one application of like LED or lasers, laser in particular. So this is the technology which we were using previously. So you remember, some of you might be remembering that we had a CD drive first. Then we have started using DVD, and then there was the Blu-ray, Blu-ray devices. And you used to see that okay, Blu-ray devices, you have a 5 GB of a space, and in CD you have 700 MB or something. So in CD, like when we say that the memory, the storage was less, because to write like information, we were using red light, and red light has a larger wavelength than blue one. Blue has shorter wavelength. These are short wavelength. So because of that, we were able to use more information to store. So red is around 700 nanometer. This you can see that it was 780 nanometer we were using. Blue is 405 nanometer blue laser. So if we started using from red to blue, and we were able to pack more and more information on the same area. So this is one of the things I just wanted to highlight to how things are like evolved. And this is all of we all of have used it, like CD, DVD, and Blu-ray disc. So this is one of the things. Now coming to this thing, like how do we make these things? So this is a facility I am kind of giving you intro from. These are available at Nanoscience Department, IISc Bangalore. This is not available. Basically, this is very fine work that need to be done by very much industrial people. So this is how like semiconductor devices are made. This is what I'm trying to say here. So first we try to make this kind of silicon. So this is a rod of silicon rod which is grown in this fashion. So what we do is that you are seeing this red thing. This is actually melted silicon, and this rod which we are seeing here, this one, we actually try to pull it out at slowly, and there are lots of physics and chemistry there. And when you try to pull it out, the all atoms will keep on arranging at this phase in the fashion which was arranged here. So basically, atoms follow a pattern, and as keep pulling it out, and this getting cooled out, we see that okay, this is we actually get this kind of silicon rod, and this rod is then when cut, like when you simply like when you cut cake or something, that kind of thing, you cut it, and that need to be polished. Cutting and everything is very tricky. It's not that easy that you have to cut like iron or rod or something like that. You need to cut it carefully. This is how we get to the silicon, and then what we do is there are many processes on which we do, like we have to deposit metal for contact, we have to deposit some other materials like silicon dioxide, silicon nitride or something. There are different processes that need to be done, and this is how it has to be done. Like you need to wear all the kind of cloths, especially design cloths, so that the dirt can be reduced in the working environment, and then you deposit. So these people are doing lithography actually, for example, and this is a tool which is here is used to deposit metal. So this kind of iterative process are there. There are many steps in between, but more or less what we do is we start to do something on this thing, on this silicon, and then after making all those, we we do electrical measurements. So this is also a probe station. We call it probe station, where we measure those electrical characteristics, like how the current voltage characteristics of a diode or transistor will look like or something. This is another tool which is electron microscope. If you want to see that, okay, like see the thing on 9 nanometer scale or something, how it looks. So we use this kind of facility. So these facilities are available in the Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, at this department, nanoscience. Now I just want to give you a fundamental of transistors, so that whatever I will be talking will at least you can get some idea. So this is the classic image, I will say, or like most popular, one of the most popular images, where transistor was demonstrated in this lab, Bell Laboratories, solid state transistor, and these three people were the inventor of this. And this is how it looks like today's market. And this is how the current day transistor means. I will say current day means not very engineered, but more or less high quality, I will say, but high quality. So just take it as like this is how transistor look like. So if we like cut this black transistor and see the cross section, this is how it looks. These are the different regions. One is source, we call one is drain, and other is gate. And this is how it works. So you have this source, this is source. So basically what happened that the electron from source need to reach drain. This is the idea. So you can say you can consider electron as a water and gate as like a tap handle. So if you close the tap, there will be no electron flowing from source to drain, and if you open the tap, the water from source to drain will reach. So this is a kind of an analogy you can take it, that how it's works. So basically what we are doing, that we have a control. So the third terminal is kind of a control which will control the current from source to drain. This is the basic idea of transistor that we use. This is basically when we say it is a switch. There are other applications also. And how much we have reached, and like where we are now. So currently this is the example, this is the image from Wikipedia. You can also find it out. So just to give you the idea that this transistor which you are seeing now, this is one device, and currently we are able to make around 39.54 billion transistors in this kind of chips. So when you see a Intel processor or something, so it's the number you can think of in billions. But there is a billion pieces of this transistor, and these are not like randomly oriented. These are very much designed how to how to connect, like how they are connected and everything are pre-decided. This is just to show you that. So we started this journey started with around less than 1,000 transistors or something. There were first 2 or 4 transistors were joined and their properties were studied and all, and slowly gradually we have reached here. So you can think of that how complicated the process is, like organizing 3.54 billion transistor over around 2 centimeter by 2 centimeter chips. This is how big is now. Now coming to, so you may be asking, some of you, that if we are at this position, like 39 billion transistor we are packing in a chip, what is the it that is we are going to innovate again, because I think it's there is a, like, it will give you idea that what is there to do. If we are able to pack this much transistor, there is, I don't think there is anything left also for us to do. So the point is there are many things to do. For example, this is an example of like I'm giving you the power transmission thing. So in this one, if you see this left side, there are different type of energies, sources of energy, like solar, nuclear energy, natural gas energy, coal, petroleum. And the right side, if you reach, this is the energy which we are using, and this is the energy which rejected. So there are the energy, with energy we have a issue.
करने का भगवान दिया नहीं, क्या करो, ये सबसे भारी काम है, वो तो पीएचडी।
कुछ बोल रहे हैं क्या कोई? हेलो,
कंटिन्यू।
सो ये मैं ये बोलना चाह रहा हूँ कि इसमें, so in this I just want to say you that when we think of that, okay, how much energy we are using at our home or something, on the production side, and when it reaches the end user, when we say end user means at your home, or like end user, when we say in more critical way, then it should be the LED which you are turning on, or it should be the TV which you are turning on at that time. So mostly this much energy is getting rejected, 66.7, and 31, around 31% is being used. So you can say that we are not using the energy, we are basically wasting the energy, because your wastage is more, twice the uses. So what is the issue with why we are not able to save this much? If we can save this much even energy, we don't need to actually make any nuclear plant or something. Whatever we have, we can manage with that only. So the problem is whatever we are using, like we use a converter or something, like you have a 220 volts power supply, and your LED which works at 3 volts, so you need a 220 to 3 volt converter, something like that. So, or okay, let me go to more another example. So this is the Tesla tower. Tesla was one of the greatest scientists, who was like I will say the best scientist so far, in my opinion, and most intelligent brain who have worked in this, I will say, on the earth, should be Tesla, regarded as Tesla, because he was the person who thought of that, providing free electricity to everyone. And this project was actually terminated because people who were funding it got to know that he's going to provide it free for everyone. So this is what Tesla thought, that we will providing free electricity to everyone. Current day we have what now is this kind of, and he wanted to free, and he wanted also wireless. Currently we are at this state that we are able to wirelessly charge our phones and say watches. This is what we are now doing, and this is something in research now, that people are thinking that if we have to charge electric vehicle, can we charge it when it is actually traveling on the road? So there can be, we can decide 1 kilometer, 2 kilometer, a stretch in between where the vehicle can be charged in while it goes. So this is where we are currently, and this is, you can think of that the Tesla has envisioned this thing in 1900 itself, and we are in 2000. So you can think about it in a way that how much Tesla was looking beyond the time. And this is one of the examples when I said that the energy was getting wasted a lot. So this is the example I just wanted to show you, that we have 220 volts of AC. This is the LED example. You have this LED array at the top, and this is the LED you have at the top, and you can see that you have this power, and there are many things in between, and these are basically, we see the driver circuit. What it does is it actually converts the 220 volts into 5 volt DC. Okay, and then you have these are the connectors. So this driver circuit actually consumes a lot of power. So when it converts from 220 volts to 5 volts, it heats up this thing. You can feel that when you hold the LED bulb, it's heated up. So this heat, what we are trying to do is, if we can reduce the heat generation, we can make it more efficient. So that is the point, that what we need is it should be working as like 220 volts to 5 volts. Conversion is happening and nothing is heating up. So there is no loss of energy. Current day, our system gets heats up. So basically it is coming as a loss. So we are not using it anyway. And the same example is MacBook charger. This is like 220 volts and this is 19 volts. And if you are looking for transistor, you will find that transistors are here, and all other things are just passive elements. And this all will going to lose, and the efficiency is not that much, but we are actually trying to improve. So, and this is where your transistor fits in, and the similar transistor you will find here also. And when I try to explain you the transistor, basically the transistors, when we say the transistor characteristics, we actually, when we apply a voltage and we measure the current, there are two states. Usually I will say there can be two states. One is on state, where there will be high current will flow between two terminals if we control the third terminal at one voltage, and if and in off state there can't be current between these two terminals. So, and this is how it looks like in notation. So just wanted to give you example that how we make, so from battery, you have the battery and there is an inverter in your home, and you try to turn on your TV or something. So this is how a inverter works actually. So what it does is, from battery, this is a load. You can think of this bulb as any other load like TV or something, whatever you want to it. And this 4 transistor, or you can think as an inverter. So what it does in an inverter, the DC is a direct current, so the current will flow in one direction. But what we need in AC is the direction of current should be up changing, or say voltage. So what it does in first half cycle, these 2 switches we turn on, the cross switches, so the current will flow in this direction, and then other cycle we turn on these 2 switches. When I say switches, it's like these 2 transistors we turn on, and then the current flow in other direction. So this is how we reverse the direction of current through the light and through the load, or say through the bulb in this example, to make it work for AC. So this is how we use. Basically, the problem is that these transistors are not very efficient now, and this is how the inverter, when you are using inverter, you see that your inverter is got heated up or something. So this is one of the problem, and the problem is so huge. The scale of problem is that Google has given $1 million to this company who has designed this kind of inverter. So think about it, this is a problem, that and the magnitude and the effect this problem is going to have. So this is the 2 kilowatt inverter, this much big, 40 inch cubic, 40 inch cube, the dimension was. And this company, which they have come up with a solution, they have reduced this transistor, they have reduced the size, they have reduced this size. They have reduced this size using gallium nitride transistor basically, and they have come up with this small. Okay, so let me go slightly faster, because, and this similar thing where so how much is the market value, like how much is the I will say where this are going to use. So there are many applications we use inverter in this kind of application, mobile like laptop charger or something, and we are going to use inverter also for this kind of application where you have wind farms and solar panel farms. And why, and point is where we go with wide band gap. So just give you, there are different semiconductor. This is silicon which is being used mostly, and if you see that a switch has a on resistance and breakdown voltage. So if you go for the same on resistance, like we are looking for a switch out around 0.1 ohm resistance, milliohm resistance per centimeter cm square kind of device. So if you go like in this line, you will see that the wider band gap you are go, the lower, the higher breakdown you will going to achieve. for the same amount of resistance. So this is why wide bandgap is becoming important. If you look for the same background voltage, you can achieve much lower amount of resistance with wide bandgap if you move vertically. And there are many applications, if we say that UPS, LiDAR system, then wind turbine system or something. And this is the PhD work I did. I just wanted to show you this one. It's tough to explain, but this is how a real life transistor look like, especially gallium nitride transistor. And this is all are fabricated at Center for Nanoscience Department. And what we do is this kind of thing we make, and this is how it looks like. If we look at the electron microscope image, this has been taken from electron microscopy, and this is one of the critical lines features which I needed to verify it. So you can look at the cross section that okay, this is the required dimension. So this is 200 nanometers was that in design. So when you fabricate, you try to check it whether it's 200 nanometer or not. And then you finally also check with electrically that okay, the transistor is working on that. This is a working characteristics, I will say, not very good, but reasonably good characteristic that transistor is working. Now coming to this thing that how we work in the clean room. This is me using this machine. This is the machine actually which I was using to make this transistor, and this is how you need to ground everything. And this is actually electron beam lithography system, which is required to make 200 nanometer that kind of scale of devices. And this is me outside of the clean room running out, because when you work in the clean room, sometimes some alarm may come because there are so many poisonous gas and everything, and there can be electricity short, anything can happen inside the clean room. So there are very high-fi safety features are installed so that you can know there is something wrong happened, and when something wrong happens, there can be multiple alarm which will trigger, and you need to run out of the clean room. So this is how I was outside actually. And this is something I just wanted to share you that you can think of that the thing is not very cozy. Life is tough when you work in this environment also. And also coming to this kind of thing, when we say that RF device, when we say 5G, so what is the thing we are looking for, what frequency? So when we say RF, we are looking for actually millimeter kind of wavelength, and we say it also sometimes 5G is a millimeter wavelength technology. And if you see this frequency, this could be here around 10 gigahertz, around 10 gigahertz, 5 gigahertz, or around 30 gigahertz. So this is the range. And there are many reasons to work with 5G technology, because the data rate will be very fast and all this, but there are many things also. This technology is also important in terms of strategic point of view. And this is just to show you that what is the relative dimensions that of these things. Now coming to gallium nitride RF technology. So why we need gallium nitride RF technology? So this is one of the things that mobile tower you will need, and if you use 5G, you can have much higher data rate transfer, and download speeds will be higher. Other is self-driving car. The problem with self-driving car is now how to manage so much data, because self-driving car need to analyze all those data, like where is the person standing, at what speed the next car is moving, what speed your like what is, how far is your traffic signal, and everything. That as a human we do all this thing and we do this calculation, but we do not realize that how much energy is required and how much data rate is required to do the same thing with computer. As we do, we have our ear and eyes open and we can see, but it's very difficult when we try to do the same thing with computers. And we need very high data rate actually to do all this analysis at runtime. And also when we will be looking for self-driving car, actually most of the cars will be connected around you, so that you will be also transferring the data to the nearby cars, so that they can also know that at what speed, what is the condition of your car and everything. So this is kind of a mechanism that is required, and that will need very high rate of data transfer. And this is the reason we need a very high RF technology that will going to support those kind of data rates. Other thing is now we have gallium arsenide based technology, and we make power amplifier this much big. If we go with gallium nitride, the same thing can be done with this much a smaller thing, a smaller area. So this area is also a scaling. You are going with very smaller technology. And there are different things like at what frequency, what power. So this is the comparison of different technology. So currently we are using most of the time gallium arsenide based technology at this frequency, mostly 10 gigahertz or even lower, around 2 gigahertz. So if we go with gallium nitride technology, if we go at gallium nitride here, we can supply more power. Like so this 1 unit of transistor gives you say 1 watt power, and to 10 watt you need 10 transistor. But if you go with gallium nitride, or one transistor, or like one this transistor, let's say, let me say transistor only for the timer. So this one transistor will give you 10 watts. So you don't have to make this kind of complicated efforts. I just wanted to also discuss about this blue LED, especially when we talk about gallium nitride. So this is the blue LED which has, and the inventor of this blue LED, Suji Nakamura, Amano, and Akasaki. These three people has got Nobel Award for discovering this blue LED. And the reason they got this Nobel Award because blue LED was very much instrumental and very much needed to make a white LED. And if you see that how we are saying that blue LED is, or say white LED is very good or something, that you can compare with this thing, that when you had this light bulbs, you needed lumen is the unit of how much light is coming out. So you can think that is like 16 lumen per watt, and here we have 300 lumen per watt. So how much better we are, you can think in this way. So this is the reason why LED is so popular and so much in use. And how we make LED is like, in blue LED we have this blue light coming in, and we coat a phosphor over it, and phosphor, what it does, it converts the blue to white grossly. And there is other technique which is being invented or which is being studied, is we will make this LED separate colors, blue, yellow, green, and all color we will get, and we will try to mix the color to get a white color. Like this is one of the techniques which people are looking at. There are other hybrid method or something which will have this combination of these two, because making this is very difficult and will going to take much more time and money. And there are many people who are working also. So this is the LED from the same material system, gallium nitride. You can see from green to red, different colors and variants. And this is how it is developed. These are the pictures from lab. You can see these crystals are broken in these phases. And there is another one more LED which is a very much used, a very popular actually now, is this 270 nanometer LED, around 264, 270 nanometer. This is the, at this range your bacteria can be killed. What it does is that it actually ruptures the DNA of bacteria. So this kind of products are in market now. You can buy water bottle which will have LED in the cap. You just put the water and turn on the LED. For a few seconds, it will kill all the bacteria in the water. So this is all. I think mostly I am finished. So if some of you are looking for, some of you are in from BTech or something or MTech, and you are looking for BTech, like looking for some good materials to study or something, I will suggest you these two people. This is Professor Digvijayan, was my supervisor, and he has NPTEL lectures videos on YouTube, and also you can look for details. You can Google search. And there's another professor. I have met him also personally, and he's also a nice person, and I really liked him. Like his videos also. He also has a video. He's from IIT Madras. These two lectures you can look for if you want to learn semiconductor devices, and this could be a basic thing to do if you are pursuing career or something. This is one thing. And also some of you might be interested in more of a scientific or curious type of mind. You can subscribe this channel, Applied Science. This is I will say one of the very, I will say one of the, in my opinion, this is one of the best channels, science channel on YouTube. They will make everything in front of you, and they will shoot and they will show you. So it's like you can see how plasma is generated, how CRT screen works, or say how LED works, and they will make everything from basic, from a scratch, how to measure the voltage and everything. So this channel you should also look for if you are interested in science or especially this kind of work. So that's all I have. With this, I would like to end that the talk is from Bihari Samiti. So I just wanted to also give you this impression that we should also not forget our culture and all these things. We should try to remember. And most of us have this Facebook, Instagram, we are all using. So whenever you go anywhere, just try to click some good pictures or try to share, so that the people outside Bihar who are not aware of our heritage, or mostly don't know, and they think Bihar mein kuch nahi ho raha or something, they will also get the impression, that we also have a different thing, and we have also our vast cultural heritage, and so try to insert that thing, that okay, no, we have different kind of thing also. So for example, this is like Bodh Gaya, Nalanda, this is Pawapuri, and this is from Darbhanga, Darbhanga or Madhubani something. I forgot basically, and so this are thing. And somebody I will also ask you, like, this is a common joke among us. Like I used to hear also that okay, if you are from Bihar, you should speak Bhojpuri or something. So you say we also need to say this thing that no, we have multiple languages. So as I stated, we are rich that we have 8 to 10 languages. So that is something that also we need to insert. If somebody says to speak Bhojpuri, you simply say, no, I have a different language. It's not just Bhojpuri, a language of Bihar. We have 7 or 8 languages. So try to insert this and try to look at it a positive way, not just that demeaning way that, okay, somebody tells you to do this thing, okay. So I think that's all. And also you can suggest me also some pictures. If I will give some talk in future, I will add all those thing also, or you can send me email on this email link I have shared, in case you want to further interact. And that's all. I
Yes.
have some questions you can
थैंक यू सर.
ask. I will.
यस, तो बहुत सारे क्वेश्चन आ रहे हैं इस चैट बॉक्स में भी और डायरेक्टली भी, तो एक एक करके हम लोग क्वेश्चन लेते हैं.
ठीक है, मैं चैट बॉक्स तो
Yes.
खोल लिया हूं.
यस, नहीं
अभिषेक जी, मैं डॉक्टर राकेश.
जी सर, नमस्कार. नमस्कार.
नमस्कार. एक छोटा सा प्रश्न मैं पूछ सकता हूँ अभी?
हाँ, बोलिए.
श्योर.
हाँ, नमस्कार. मैं डॉक्टर राकेश कुमार सिंह, आर्यभट्ट नॉलेज यूनिवर्सिटी पटना से, नानो टेक्नोलॉजी डिपार्टमेंट. ये था कि सेमीकंडक्टर मटेरियल्स जितने हैं, हम लोग काफी लार्ज मात्रा में सेमीकंडक्टर मटेरियल्स को बनाते हैं, जिसकी बैंड गैप जो है 2.1 इलेक्ट्रॉन वोल्ट से लेके 7 इलेक्ट्रॉन वोल्ट तक मिल रहा है. जैसे अपने सिलिकॉन को अभी दिखाया, तो वो सिलिका को जो हम लोग बना रहे हैं, तो हम लोगों को जनरली नैनो स्केल पे उसका बैंड गैप जो है 3 इलेक्ट्रॉन वोल्ट से करीब मिल रहा है. तो कैन यू कि हम लोग मटेरियल्स को बनाते हैं और उस मटेरियल्स के फिजिकल प्रॉपर्टीज को मेजर करते हैं, and on the basis of this physical property we are highlighting their application in various. तो क्या हम आपको मटेरियल टेस्टिंग के लिए आप उसमें मुझे मदद कर सकते हैं फॉर वेरियस टेक्नोलॉजिकल एप्लीकेशंस? एक बिहार के साथ आपका कोलैबोरेशन उस तरह का चीज हो तो.
मटेरियल टेस्टिंग के लिए मैं बोलूंगा कि
मतलब एप्लीकेशन पर्पस हमने सारी प्रॉपर्टी मेजर कर लिया, हम बैंड गैप स्टडी कर लिया, हमने उसके ल्यूमिनेसेंस मेजर कर लिया, उसके क्रिस्टल साइज को मेजर कर लिया, उसके मैग्नेटिक इलेक्ट्रिकल सारे प्रॉपर्टीज को मेजर कर लिया और पब्लिशिंग पेपर एंड रिसर्च. बट उसको मैं इंडस्ट्री के रूप में लाना चाहता हूँ, तो क्या इस तरह का एक कोलैबोरेशन एमओयू या इनोवेशन सेंटर के साथ इस तरह का कोई इंडस्ट्री हो सकता है?
तो मतलब मैं एक चीज ये बोलना चाहूंगा कि जैसे सेमीकंडक्टर प्रॉपर्टी जैसे हम लोग पढ़ते हैं और पढ़ने के लिए और लाइक जो होता है ना,
हाँ,
तो वो मतलब और लैब में बनाना कोई चीज बहुत ही मतलब बोला जाए कि मतलब आसान तो नहीं, मैं बोलना चाह रहा हूँ वर्ड, क्योंकि आसान नहीं है लैब में भी बनाना. बट यदि इंडस्ट्री के लेवल में देखा जाए किसी चीज को बनाने का ना, लैब में जो डिफिकल्टी है ना, वो 1000 टाइम मल्टीप्लाई करके यदि हम उसको बनाने चाहते हैं, क्या बोलते हैं, इफ वी वांट टू मेक इट एज ए like industrially we want to make a LED or something, so it's so difficult because we need loads of
difficult तो है, difficult
प्रॉब्लम हो जाती है. लेकिन हाँ, यदि वो मतलब फ्यूचर ही है कि मतलब स्लोली वो आएगा ही, मतलब वो पहले बहुत ज्यादा लोग सीखेंगे सेमीकंडक्टर्स को, फिर बनाएंगे. बिकॉज
जैसे अभी हम लोगों ने एक सेरामिक्स मटेरियल बनाया है जिसकी क्रिस्टल साइज बहुत ही स्मॉल है, 2 नैनोमीटर. 2 नैनोमीटर्स का पार्टिकल्स बनना अपने आप में एक अचीवमेंट है, और वो 2 नैनोमीटर्स के पार्टिकल्स का जो है आईआर रेडिएशन को पूरा ब्लॉक कर रहा है वो. तो जैसे ही इस रिसर्च को हमने पब्लिश किया, बहुत हाई इंपैक्ट फैक्टर जर्नल ने तुरंत ले लिया, दिस मटेरियल इज यूजफुल फॉर ब्लॉकिंग द आईआर रेडिएशन. लेकिन हमने तो उस ज्ञान को पब्लिश कर दिया, नॉलेज को पब्लिश कर दिया. तो मैं ये चाहता हूं कि वो मटेरियल पब्लिश ना करके उस मटेरियल को हम आईआर रेडिएशन के ब्लॉकिंग में यूज करें एज इंडस्ट्रियल. तो क्या इस तरह की पहल आपके तरफ से हो सकती है? एकेडमिया, इंडस्ट्री टाई अप, या हम लोग आपके
जहाँ पर हूँ तो यहाँ पर मतलब मेरा फील्ड तो है नहीं आईआर रेडिएशन और समझ
नहीं, कोई भी मतलब मटेरियल्स की प्रॉपर्टीज को,
मटेरियल्स का मतलब आप वो सब कर सकते हैं, जैसे कोशिश कर सकते हैं, जैसे क्या बोलते हैं इंडियन इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ साइंस में
हाँ नहीं, आपने जो CNS सेंटर फॉर नैनो साइंस विनिंग है वो तो रुद्र प्रताप जी भी है वहाँ। आई एम वेरी क्लोज टू रुद्र प्रताप जी, है ना।
हाँ।
तो हाँ, तो वो सब तो चूंकि बातचीत वगैरह होती रहती है, लेकिन आप भी हम लोगों के कुछ टीम में आए हैं तो हम ये सोच रहे हैं कि आपके थ्रू कुछ अगर हो जाए इस
हाँ,
तरह
तो
की
मतलब
चीजें।
मैं तो अभी कुछ करने के पोजीशन में नहीं हूँ यहाँ पर उस टाइप से, मैं तो अभी ये नहीं मैं कुछ कमिट कर सकता, बट हाँ आप वो लुक कर सकते हैं। और उससे एक फायदा आपको ये भी होगा ना कि यदि से मतलब हम लोग उस चीज को नहीं देखते हैं बेसिकली इंडिया में,
हाँ हाँ
कि जैसे आपने मटेरियल बना लिया, आपने बोल रहे हैं कि रेडिएशन ये रोक रहा है, समझे, और आपने पब्लिश कर दिया आर्टिकल को।
हम्म।
बट इफ यू लुक फॉर सम पर्सन इन इंडिया, लाइक यूनिवर्सिटी ही बेसिकली ज्यादा क्यूरियस होता है, क्योंकि यूनिवर्सिटी में लोगों को पेपर पब्लिश करना पड़ता है। तो सपोज कीजिए कि कोई आपको मतलब कोई प्रोफेसर मिल गया से IIT बॉम्बे में या मद्रास में या फिर IISc बेंगलोर में, क्योंकि ये सब जगह डिवाइसेस भी फैब्रिकेटेड किया जा सकता है, ये सब जगह पर लिथोग्राफी का अच्छा टेक्निक अवेलेबल है, तो अच्छा डिवाइस बना सकते हैं। तो यदि कोई
हाँ
मिलता है तो आप उसको वो मटेरियल बना करके दे रहे हैं, वो वहाँ पर डिवाइस बना दे रहा है, और
हाँ
फिर
हाँ,
जब लिखेंगे मतलब जो भी पेपर लिखे समथिंग, वो बहुत इम्पैक्टफुल होगा, समझे।
वही चीज मैं चाह रहा हूँ।
टारगेट ज्यादा करना चाहिए।
हम लोग पटना में जो मटेरियल साइंस रिसर्च करते हैं जिसमें मतलब वी हैव ए वेरी वर्ल्ड क्लास फैसिलिटीज, तो हम उस दौरान अपने मटेरियल्स को बनाते हैं, बेसिक ट्रेनिंग भी बच्चों को देते हैं और हम लोग भी करते हैं मटेरियल्स की पूरी प्रॉपर्टीज को मेजरमेंट करना, और ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ द प्रॉपर्टी और पब्लिशिंग पेपर्स इन द वेरियस जर्नल्स, है ना। बट हम लोग अब एक दूसरे स्टेज में आना चाहते हैं। कैन यू मतलब हम लोग एक इंडस्ट्री को खड़ा कर सकते हैं क्या इस तरह से, है ना।
मतलब इंडस्ट्री अगर वही बोला ना, ये मतलब इंडस्ट्री जब हम लोग लुक करते हैं तो हम लोग बहुत कुछ चीजों को मतलब ये है, आप वो सब कर सकते हैं कि वो मटेरियल से पेपर को आपने भेजा ना, तो पेपर पब्लिश है आपका। आप
हाँ
देख सकते हैं कौन कौन IR टेक्नोलॉजी में काम कर रहा है इंडिया में, कौन कौन प्रोफेसर है और या स्टूडेंट है। अब पहले उन लोग को मतलब अप्रोच करना कि मेरे पास ऐसा कुछ है, क्या आप यूज कर सकते हो समथिंग, एंड यू शुड राइट कि वी आर हैप्पी टू सप्लाई यू सैंपल्स और समथिंग।
हाँ
तो उससे होगा क्या ना कि यदि वो कोई यूज करना चाहेगा तो फिर वो होगा कि वो फिर आपको भी बोलेगा कि हाँ आपने जो बना कर दिया वो अच्छा था और मैंने यूज किया और बहुत अच्छा पेपर हमने लिखा, तो वो एक पॉपुलैरिटी भी बढ़ता है उससे। तो स्लोली वही आदमी बोलेगा कि क्यों नहीं हम लोग मिलकर कुछ करते हैं और समथिंग। तो वो चीज़ हम लोग को एक्सप्लोर करना पड़ेगा, वो सब तो स्लो प्रोसेस है, बट हाँ आपको वो चीज़ ट्राई करना चाहिए कि कौन कौन लोग IR में काम करते हैं इंडिया में, स्पेशली यूनिवर्सिटीज में, हु कैन यूज आवर थिंग, मतलब आपने जो भी बनाया है मटेरियल को, तो आप कैसे हम उसको सप्लाई कर सकें या कुछ कर सकें और वो क्या यूज कर पाएगा, तो उससे थोड़ा ब्रॉड होगा आपका मतलब वो चीज।
मैं अपनी एक्टिविटीज को आपको शेयर कर दूंगा आपके व्हाट्सएप में मेल पर, आप थोड़ा देखेंगे और आपका सहयोग हम लोगों को चाहिए जो
हाँ
भी
हाँ
आप कर
पक्का,
सकेंगे।
मैं मतलब मुझे पता होगा कोई IR में काम करते हैं समथिंग, तो मैं जरूर डायरेक्ट करूंगा उनको कि आप देख सकते
ओनली नॉट आईआर, हम मटेरियल्स ऐसा भी बनाते हैं जिसकी रेसिस्टिविटी बहुत हाई है और हाई बैंड गैप भी मिल रहा है उसमें, है ना, और उसकी मैग्नेटिज्म भी बहुत अच्छी है, लुमिनेसेंस भी बहुत अच्छी है, ऐसे भी मटेरियल्स उसकी प्योरिटी ऑफ फेजेस भी बहुत अच्छे हैं, है ना? ऐसे मटेरियल्स को भी हम लोग बना रहे हैं। तो मैं
हाँ
आपको
वो
शेयर करूंगा, अपनी एक्टिविटीज को शेयर करूंगा।
और वो मतलब वो है कि मतलब मुझे ना मतलब पता नहीं है मतलब क्योंकि इस मटेरियल में बहुत ज्यादा चेंज हो जाता है प्रॉपर्टीज सब,
हाँ होता है
मुझे
होता है।
मतलब उतना डिटेल्स मतलब आइडिया भी नहीं, कुछ बोल भी नहीं सकता, लेकिन हाँ IR वगैरह तो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है, IR डिटेक्शन एंड IR का बहुत बहुत हाई फाई एप्लीकेशंस भी है, तो इसलिए मैं IR को मतलब कैच किया था।
जरूर जरूर जरूर, थैंक यू।
और कुछ क्वेश्चन है क्या कि नहीं?
थैंक यू सर। यस सर, मेरा एक क्वेश्चन था और भी बहुत सारे क्वेश्चन है कि जैसे आप सोलर की बात कर रहे थे, तो बेसिकली हम सोलर एनर्जी में देखते क्या है कि एक तो उसका इफिशियंसी कम होता है, ठीक है, और सेकेंड चीज जो होता है उसका कॉस्ट हाई होता है। तो आप इसमें कुछ आइडिया दे सकते हैं क्या कि सोलर एनर्जी का इफिशियंसी एफेक्ट जो नॉर्मल आता है 14 टू 16% के करीब होता है, तो हम लोग उसका इफिशियंसी कैसे बढ़ा सकते हैं लोग और कॉस्ट कैसे लो कर सकते हैं?
हाँ तो जैसे ये जो क्वेश्चन होता है ये बहुत ही मतलब मैं बोलूंगा कि बहुत अच्छा क्वेश्चन है, लेकिन आप भी जानते हैं जो सोलर में यदि काम कर रहा है तो मतलब इतना आसान नहीं है किसी इफिशियंसी को बढ़ा देना, समझिए। और कॉस्ट घटाना, तो कॉस्ट घटाने का चल रहा है, मतलब जैसे बहुत टाइप के लोग प्रपोज किए थे, तो एक तो मेरे हिसाब से लगता है जो है मतलब मैं जो समझता हूँ कि सोलर जो है कि सोलर तभी सक्सेस होगा जब कॉस्ट उसका बहुत कम हो। और कॉस्ट बहुत कम हो, मतलब उसमें वही है कि यदि हम लोग ये जो नॉर्मल जो टेक्निक है, जैसे अभी जो सोलर हम लोग बनाते हैं वो नॉर्मल सेमीकंडक्टर टेक्निक से बना रहे हैं, मतलब नॉर्मल जो हमारा तरीका है, जैसे जैसे ट्रांजिस्टर बनाते हैं, चिप बनाते हैं, तो चिप में तो चल जाता है क्योंकि हमारा 16 इंच मतलब क्या बोलते हैं, मतलब लेट से कि मेरे पास 8 इंच का वेफर है, तो 8 इंच का वेफर में ढेर सारे चिप कट के आ जाता है। लेकिन सोलर में तो 8 इंच से कुछ नहीं होता ना, सोलर में आपको पूरा घर चाहिए, सोलर का बड़ा बड़ा फार्म चाहिए, समझ ना, 1 बीघा में सोलर लगाना है, 10 बीघा में सोलर लगाना है, तो वो प्रॉब्लम ही मतलब डिफरेंट है, कैसे मतलब चिप बनाया जाए, वही है मतलब समस्या।
ओके सर। और एक चीज हम और देखें कि जैसे एलडीआर, आप सेमीकंडक्टर सब का बात कर रहे हैं, तो एलडीआर यूज करते हैं तो उसका रेंज बहुत कम होता है एलडीआर का, तो उसका कोई अदर ऑप्शन है क्या, या तो हम लोग एलडीआर का रेंज कैसे हो
क्या
बढ़ा
क्या चीज
सकते
का
हैं?
रेंज बोल रहे हैं आप?
एलडीआर, एलडीआर।
एलडीआर?
हाँ
एलडीआर का मतलब क्या, कौन किस चीज के बारे में एलडीआर मतलब, मैं समझा नहीं।
जो जो कोई लाइट को कोई डिटेक्ट करता है
हम्म।
कि जैसे बीम और ये होता है नहीं, एलडीआर साइड आपके पे क्या नहीं, ओके ओके। लाइट डिपेंडेंट रेसिस्टर होता है जो वही लाइट के ऊपर डिपेंड रहता है, जो वो रेसिस्टर।
अच्छा अच्छा, तो आप वो बोल रहे हैं कि वो रेंज कम होता है, रेसिस्टेंस चेंज
हाँ
होता
हाँ,
है।
वो होते हैं, यस।
हाँ, तो मतलब वो रेंज कैसे, मतलब आप बोल रहे हैं कैसे उस रेंज को बढ़ाने चाह रहे हैं आप?
हाँ हाँ हाँ
हाँ, मतलब लाइट शो करे तो मतलब जो वैल्यू हो, लाइट बंद करने पर जो वैल्यू हो, उसका डिफरेंस ज्यादा होना
हाँ
चाहिए।
हाँ, एग्जैक्टली।
अच्छा, तो उसमें वो है कि मतलब आपका जो बैकग्राउंड है ना, जैसे लाइट ऑफ किए, और डिपेंड करता है कितना वाइड बैंड गैप मटेरियल है, यदि मटेरियल वाइड बैंड गैप में जाइएगा ना, तो ये रेशियो बढ़ जाएगा आपका ऑटोमेटिकली, क्योंकि जो इंट्रिंसिक जो कैरियर कंसंट्रेशन होता है ना, वो कम होता है ना ये समय वाइड में। तो वाइड साइड में जाइएगा ना, तो आपको मतलब ये लोअर साइड वाला घटते जाएगा, तो आपको वो चीज चेक करना होगा कि क्या वाइड बैंड गैप यूज कर पा रहे, मतलब आपको देखना होगा, जैसे आप जो सिस्टम से काम कर रहे हैं, तो आप देखिएगा कि यदि वो सिलिकॉन से बना हुआ है, तो बगैर लाइट के भी तो इसमें कैरियर होगा, राइट? तो बगैर लाइट का जो कैरियर हुआ ना, वो आपका लोअर साइड डिसाइड कर रहा है, फिर लाइट देने के बाद जो एक साइड के वो अपर साइड डिसाइड कर रहा है। तो बगैर लाइट का कैरियर होगा ही, यदि आप उसको रूम टेम्परेचर पर ऑपरेट कर रहे हैं, तो रूम टेम्परेचर के अकॉर्डिंगली भी तो कैरियर होगा ही उसमें। तो ये सब पॉइंट को आप देख सकते हैं कि, या फिर तो फिर आपको समझ में आ जाएगा कि लोअर साइड इतना ही है। आप उसको यदि वाइड बैंड गैप साइड जाते हैं तो थोड़ा वो नीचे चला जाएगा ऑटोमेटिकली, और लोअर साइड और घटाना चाह रहे हैं तो आप ये सब करके भी घटा सकते हैं, क्या बोलते हैं, उसको लोअर टेम्परेचर पर ऑपरेट करेंगे ना, तो भी वो मतलब ये हो जाएगा, मतलब कम होगा।
एक क्वेश्चन आया है प्रिंस कुमार के तरफ से, विच प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ सेमीकंडक्टर मटेरियल इज वेरी यूजफुल फॉर नाउ ए डेज साइंस?
Which property of material now is very important for
Which
what?
property of semiconductor material is very useful for nowadays science?
Oh, so I will say all the properties of semiconductors are important. It's not just we look for one property. It's just that we look for a property, and we actually, the thing is, we know that okay, these are the requirements we have. Like for example, we do not get light from silicon. LEDs are made from like gallium nitride technology, and with silicon we make chips, like you have transistor and all this. So, so one side you have this one transistor, one material which gives you one thing, other side you get some other thing from other material. So it's the same thing, like if you have a food or something, like on your plate you want different kind of thing to eat, right? You don't want to have like only rice or only vegetables. You need a combination to have a healthy like have a healthy meal or something. The same thing is right now, that we need a multiple things to do, like our phones have a camera, our phones have Wi-Fi technology, our phone have say memory and all these things. So different things, different technologies come. So we have so our phone uses lots of technologies actually. It's not just silicon technology. So I will tell you in this way that everything is important, but you need to focus on something that you want to work in something or that way.
ओके, थैंक यू सर। हम लोगों का 1 घंटा हो गया है, और कि किन्हीं को कोई कुछ पूछना है, और म्यूट करके पूछ सकते हैं।
पहले पहले एक दीपक कौशिक जी का 2 क्वेश्चन है, तो मैं बोलूंगा दीपक कौशिक जी को प्लीज अपना अनम्यूट करके पहले क्वेश्चन पूछ लें। उनके बाद किन्हीं और जो लोग हैं अपना टेक्स्ट आइदर टाइप कर दें या फिर फिंगर रेज करें, उसके बाद दे कैन आस्क।
एक डोपिंग का क्वेश्चन था कौशिक जी का ना, डोपिंग काइंड
दीपक
एक्सप्लेन।
कौशिक जी, आई थिंक सो he already left or something. Deepak ji, are you listening? ठीक है, तो उनके बदले मैं ही पूछ देता हूँ। ऑलरेडी ही इज देयर बट ही इज नॉट अनम्यूटिंग इट, सो ही
ठीक है। और
हैज।
दीपक जी का क्वेश्चन 2 है, एक 2 डोपिंग में पूछ रहे हैं आप दीपक जी। तो
एंड
डोपिंग हम लोग को बढ़ाना पड़ता है, घटाना पड़ता है। हम लोग ऐसा नहीं है कि हम लोग को हाई डोपिंग ही चाहिए होता है, हम लोगों को लो डोपिंग भी चाहिए होता है, कभी हाई भी। तो हम लोग कॉन्टेक्ट जब बनाते हैं तो हम लोग को बहुत हाई डोपिंग देना होता है, एग्जाम्पल के तौर पर मैं बता रहा हूँ। ताकि वो होता है क्या कि यदि आप पढ़े होंगे तो होता है कि वो डिप्लीशन भी कम होता है, जिससे करंट कैन टनल थ्रू दैट डिप्लीशन विद एंड वी गेट अ वेरी गुड ओमिक बिहेवियर। तो ये है एक तरीका कि हम लोग डोपिंग ज़्यादा चाहिए होता है, मतलब एक रीजन है कि डोपिंग ज़्यादा चाहिए होता है। वी नीड ऑल्सो लो डोपिंग इन सम प्लेसेस जहाँ पर हम लोग को ब्रेक डाउन बढ़ाना होता है। हाँ, ये दूसरा चीज़ है कि डोपिंग मतलब डोपिंग हम लोग बढ़ाते घटाते गए। सिलिकन में हम लोग इम्प्लांटेशन करते हैं टेक्नोलॉजी, क्योंकि सिलिकन में मतलब कि वो काफ़ी अच्छे से डेवलप है। अदर टेक्नोलॉजी में हम लोग वो भी करते हैं, जब मटेरियल का ग्रोथ करते हैं ना, तो उस टाइम ही वो जो डोपेंट गैस होता है ना, वो हम लोग रिलीज करते हैं उस टाइम ग्रोथ चैम्बर में, ताकि वो इनकॉर्पोरेट हो जाए। बट हाँ, ऐसे बहुत डिटेल्स है, बहुत सारा मतलब फिजिक्स पढ़ना होता है, समझना होता है कि क्यों ऐसा हो रहा नहीं हो रहा। बट हम लोग वैसे दोनों साइड टाइप से करते हैं। एक होता है कि इम्प्लांट टेक्नोलॉजी, आप सिलिकन बन गया, हाई हाई एनर्जी से आप एक्सेलरेट करेंगे। आप लेट से आपको फास्फोरस डोप करना है तो फास्फोरस को एक्सेलरेट कर दें, हाँ फास्फोरस वहाँ पर जाकर के आपका सेट हो जाएगा, मतलब लैटिस में घुस जाएगा जाकर के। आप यदि मतलब लिटरली वही होता है कि वो लैटिस में मतलब उसको पंचर करते हुए घुसता है वहाँ पर, और एक पर्टिकुलर पोजीशन को ले लेगा उसको हिट करने के बाद, मतलब और एक्टिव होगा। और एक पूछ रहे हैं आपकी डायरेक्ट बैंड गैप गिव्स इट मोर फेवरेबल ऑप्टिक प्रॉपर्टीज देन इनडायरेक्ट बैंड गैप। तो डायरेक्ट बैंड गैप से एक्साइटेशन होता है, बिकॉज हम लोग जो मतलब आप ये देखिएगा, वो बैंड डायग्राम देखिएगा, ईके डायग्राम बेसिकली। तो इलेक्ट्रॉन जब जंप करेगा ना, मतलब क्या होता है, कंडक्शन से वैलेंस में जाएगा, तो फॉर सेम के बी नीड, हाँ तो सेम ये पर जब आता है, मतलब सेम के पर जब आएगा ना आपका वैलेंस बैंड में, तभी वो लाइट आएगी। यदि के डिफरेंट होगा तो आपको वो मोमेंटम चेंज करना पड़ता है। मोमेंटम चेंज करने के चलते वो थर्मल हो जाता है प्रोसेस। तो आप इसको डिटेल में देख सकते हैं, लेकिन वी नीड सेम के पर ट्रांजिशन चाहिए आपका वैलेंस टू लाइक कंडक्शन टू वैलेंस बैंड, इसलिए हम लोग डायरेक्ट बैंड गैप चाहिए हम लोग को। और इनडायरेक्ट का प्रोबेबिलिटी, मतलब इनडायरेक्ट इज थ्री मतलब पार्टिकल प्रोबेबिलिटी होता है, जिसमें इलेक्ट्रॉन, होल और एक फोनॉन का भी जरूरत पड़ता है। और डायरेक्ट में होता है कि आपका इलेक्ट्रॉन डायरेक्टली होल के जगह पर आता है। तो सब डिफरेंसेस, इसलिए हम लोग को इनडायरेक्ट बैंड गैप से लाइट नहीं आ पाता है। आप उसको डायरेक्ट ही बनाना पड़ेगा। आप you can make indirect band gap also direct if you stress the lattice, and there are people who are working or they are trying to make it happen. And all. I think there is recent progress in silicon that people have got some radiation out by straining the silicon. I think there is some.
हम लोग वो लास्ट क्वेश्चन लेते हैं शशांक जी का, क्योंकि लास्ट क्वेश्चन है, डिड यू वर्क ऑन फैब्रिकेशन ऑफ मॉसफेट? इफ यस, काइंडली एक्सप्लेन समथिंग अबाउट दिस।
तो मॉसफेट पर नहीं, मतलब ये आप मॉसफेट बोल रहे हैं तो मॉसफेट पे काम करते नहीं है जनरली लैब में, क्योंकि मॉसफेट बहुत ज़्यादा डेवलप हो चुका टेक्नोलॉजी। तो ये काम भी वैसे ही करता है जैसे मतलब मॉसफेट करता है। ट्रांजिस्टर मतलब सेम ही टाइप होता है, सबका कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स सिमिलर होता है ऑलमोस्ट। तो उसी पर काम मेरा था, और हम लोगों ने मतलब हमारा टारगेट था कि वाइड बैंड गैप है गैलियम नाइट्राइड, तो उस पर बनाना था ट्रांजिस्टर। और टारगेट होता है कि आपको 500-600 वोल्ट का ट्रांजिस्टर बनाना होता है। बेसिकली ये 2-4 वोल्ट नहीं लगाना होता। मतलब आप 600 वोल्ट समझ रहे हो, तो 600 वोल्ट कितना होगा, उस टाइप का टेक्नोलॉजी होता है डेवलपमेंट करना। तो वो था मेरा काम। बट हाँ, आप बोल सकते हो कि सिमिलर टाइप है, मतलब कि ये था, और ये टाइप का मतलब सिमिलर टाइप बोल सकते हो आप। और कुछ क्वेश्चन है क्या किन्हीं का?
और कोई क्वेश्चन है तो प्लीज रेज योर फिंगर और लाइक जस्ट अनम्यूट योरसेल्फ एंड आस्क।
आई थिंक हम लोग का टाइम हो गया है। 1 घंटे 10 मिनट हम लोग को एंड करना चाहिए।
हाँ, तो सीम्स अभी कोई संदीप जी नहीं कोई क्वेश्चन पूछ रहे हैं, तो लेट्स थैंक यू फॉर गिविंग ए ब्यूटीफुल प्रेजेंटेशन on semiconductor topic, and you have shown the nice way how you fabricate and your own devices that you have fabricated. It was a lot many things probably many people has taken back and learned from you. And if you guys have any question from the audience side, please feel free to contact him. Sandeep ji, I hope you will not mind it,
No,
because
no,
of,
my email is there. You can ask if you want
yes.
to ask something, or it's okay. If
So
I find some material to share, I can also reply. But
so
mostly I said, if you are want to pursue or a career in this one, or you want to learn, you can look for this, you can read these things. And one thing is very important, that if you think you want to work or something, and I was also average student like you all people mostly. Maybe some of you might be in some good colleges, but in general, if I think that you are all are in some private colleges or something, then I have also gone through the same phase. What you need, just you need to find a good source of information and grab it as much as you can. There is no substitute for hard work. Just take it as you can take, because I have also worked the same way, and I've also tried and learned. I'm still learning, so it's just a process. I don't know too much about semiconductor still. I am working, and this is how all are there. There are there wide range of thing and wide range of information. If you ask me how laser work, I can give you a gross information. This is what happens, but I won't be able to make a laser. This is as simple as that. Even after working so much of years in semiconductor, so this is how it's complicated, and this is how it is. That's all.
So apart from your technical skill and vast knowledge in semiconductor, we also appreciate your humbleness. With that, let's close it for today's session, and hope we will keep coming with some interesting topic. And if you want something, some interesting area where we can help you, please let us know the topic. You can either write on our Facebook group page, or you can write to any members, and we can find some people and who can come up with some nice topic.
Thank you,
Okay,
sir.
there is one more last question from Deepak Kaushik. He's not unmuting, but he's texting it. So
Okay.
if you don't mind, can you take it?
How can we make transistor without doping? Okay, so it's just you are asking something like uh, how to make transistor without doping. So I just wanted to tell you, in transistor, when we see there are different regions in transistor. So in my image, okay, so in my image I have shown you one transistor. For example, the transistor which I have made. Okay. You can see, if you can see the red dot. This region which we call is ohmic region. Okay, you can see this, and this is where this is called gate, and this is again another ohmic region which is source in this case. So from source, electron need to come out and go to drain, and this is where the gate is there, which will close or open it as required, or like as you do. So this region need to be highly doped, so that the current, because this is metal on the top, and from here the current has to go to the semiconductor. So from metal to semiconductor, when electron has to travel, you need a very highly doped region. Otherwise, when you put a metal on the semiconductor, it tend to deplete it. Okay. So it's very important to have a very highly doped region here. However, the doping requirement below gate or something is not that essential. It depends on how you want to make, on which kind of transistor you are making. But here you need very highly doped region for all the technology, all the technology. So that is the issue. So this is what I wanted to tell you, that doping, without doping, it won't be possible. And there are many things, like if you are putting oxide here, you need to have a very good interface with oxide, otherwise transistor won't work. If you look for the research of Shockley, they were making the transistor. This is what they were like very much concerned about. This was not working because of the oxide was not good. So this is how it is. But saying that you can make it without doping is not possible. you can do one thing, that you can increase this pad area huge. That will help to make it contact slightly linear, like slightly more ohmic or something. That is what you can get max, can do max without doping.
थैंक यू सर।
Okay, any more question?
म्यूट, विकास जी आपका म्यूट है।
If anybody, hope you understand, Deepak ji, and if anybody else has also some question, please let us know. We will give this question to like Sandeep ji, and we will try our best to answer.
Loading, what is the difference between loading and doping? I don't know what do you mean by loading. Doping means you try to increase the conductivity of a semiconductor region, or let's say semiconductor, by implanting a suitable dopant. So it is not that you can implant anything. You need to find out which one will help and which one will increase the doping or something. Like increase the conductivity. There are like dopant which will make it N type or P type. So based on that we do. Like if it is N type and you slightly dope with P type, the conductivity will drop actually. Those things you need to choose what you need to do.
Okay, with that, let's close the session.
यस
And feel free to give the feedback if you have any. So thank you guys for coming, and thank you Sandeep ji for nice presentation.
Okay,
Let's just-
thank you guys. It's been a good thing for me also to learn. Like such a quite interesting for me to present also. So thank you very much for your time. So thank you Vikash ji for organizing this. And,
Yes.
I will
And
keep on
Gaurav ji,
helping with.
like about the photo assist other things, we will maybe talk in some other time. In lithography and other things. So we have many people that
Okay, we can discuss.
positive and negative tone of photoresist and other things.
थैंक यू विकास जी, क्लोज कर दीजिए आप फर्स्ट हैं।
So let's thank, and let's wait for the next talk. Like on some interesting topic again, we will choose.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you guys. We'll see you
Thank
soon.
you.
We'll see you
Thank
again.
you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.